Afghanistan. What the hell happened in Afghanistan? I have my thoughts. I'll tell you those in here in just a second. Well, welcome back to another episode of Front Porch Friday. Yeah, I know it's been a minute. I have a lot of content. I just hadn't had time to edit them and get them into videos and get them uploaded. So don't think that I fell off the edge of the earth. Got the culvert in. Got my parking pad about 80% complete now. Really been working on that. I got a second car now, so I needed a place where I could park both of them. I've been putting that off. That's a project I just had to get done. And let me tell you, shoveling 15 tons of crusher mix by hand into a little wagon and cart and dumping it, it takes a while. It takes a minute, and I hate these gnats. So anyway, back to the subject of this Friday. Never, once again, never want this to be a political channel, but sometimes we're going to go there. Afghanistan. We spent almost 20 years there. Billions of dollars spent building this government up. Training this army, giving them our weapons, our tactics. I'll get him in a minute. Oh, all the brass, top brass, all the politics. Oh, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. What was it, 2 months, 3 months? They gone. Taliban owns the country again. President of Afghanistan fled the country. Biden removed all the troops, left a lot of Americans behind. Typical Democrat. I'm sorry, I shouldn't probably went there, but it's not Biden's fault that we were there. Okay, that goes all the way back to GW. People told GW. Got him. People told GW, don't set up shop in Afghanistan. You'll not win. Couldn't tell them nothing. But it's not only GW's fault either. GW, Obama, Trump, and Biden. And all your elected officials that voted to keep troops there, that voted to send troops there, set up shop there, they're all to blame. Their blood on their hands. People don't understand, how could that army fall so quick to the Taliban? Folks, you're trying to put a Western thought process into a Middle Ages culture. Not going to work. Their culture is different from us, as the darkest night is different from the brightest day. Okay, those people do not think like we do. They do not believe like we do. They do not behave like we do. I think he has a friend now. And the sooner you realize that, yeah, you got a friend. The sooner you realize we should never been there in the first place. We need to stop trying to build nations. We suck at it as a nation. We suck at it. All we do is spend billions of dollars and we get our people killed. Basically. And a lot of other innocent people. Okay? Should never been there in the first place. Yes, I know. They were building terrorist bases and okay. We did a pretty good job of taking those bases out within 48 hours. There was no reason for us to set up shop there. I know the theory, well, we're there and we've got a presence there. Unless we are prepared to be there at least 1 century, probably 2 centuries, we don't need to be there. Because you're not going to change those people's minds. Oh, missed him. You're not going to change those people's minds in 5, 10, 15, or 20 years. I remember some of the first reports after our troops took Kabul. After we secured the country, they, some of them journalists were asking the Taliban, "Oh boy, you're done for, aren't you?" They said, "No, we'll just wait till the Americans leave." "Oh well, what if it takes 5 years? It takes 5 years. We'll wait till the Americans leave." "Well, what if it takes 10?" And this one said, got him, said, "We don't care how long it takes. The Americans will leave sooner or later, then we will take our country back." This is 20 years ago. The only ones who won out of all this were the Taliban, because they became stronger. They are now looked at as even more terrorist friendly. I guarantee you right now there are terrorist bases. There's money flowing in that country from our enemies. Not only that, now they have the best trained. They know our tactics. They know how our men or women are trained, and they have our weapons and weapon systems. Boy, tell me how smart that was. I know a lot of people like to blame Biden, but it starts, like I said, it starts way back at GW. It's these damn elected officials that keeps wanting to wage war to build nations. First rule of Congress should be, you cannot vote to send troops overseas to die, potentially die, unless either you yourself are on the front line or one of your children. If you don't have a dog in that fight, you don't get a vote. Same with the top brass that makes decisions at Pentagon. Unless they're over there on the not back in the rear, sitting back in an air-conditioned hut someplace, playing on the computer games. No, unless they're on the front lines, out there with the squad, day in, day out, or one of their kids are, they should not be in that position to make decisions. Then you'll see a whole different game plan. But no, they don't care. It's your daughter, your son that they're sending. They don't care. Your brother, your sister, they don't care. They don't have no skin in the game. Same way with politicians. They don't have no skin in the game. And people just cannot wrap their head around why the Taliban people aren't rising up. They don't give a damn. I watched the other night as the Taliban was going through Kabul. Shops are open. The journalist said, "I've been here for months and this is just like another day. The shops are open, the street vendors are out." So a lot of the women aren't on the street. That's about the only difference. And the Taliban, they've learned, okay, look, PR, we're going to give women, here's what you got to read between lines. We're going to give women have every right that under Islam law. Well, we will give something like, we will give the women every right that they're afforded under Islam law. Oh, under Islam law, okay. There's ever been women murdered over there because they wasn't wearing a hijab, or this one was killed because she was wearing provocative clothes. But the people of Afghanistan don't give a damn. That's what you got to get through your head. They're different. We are outsiders to them. Okay? Most of them just want to be left alone, go about their business. The vendors selling crap on the street. Hey, come the Americans. Hey, have a good day, Americans. We love you. Y'all here's buy our trinkets. Oh, here comes the Taliban. Hey, Taliban, we love you. We love you. Hey, buy our trinkets. What do they care about? They don't really care who's in office. As long as they can sit there and sell their trinkets and go, or grow their crops, or raise their goats or whatever. They don't care. And that's what Westerners cannot get through their mind. Well, they want democracy. No, they don't. They may want change, but they're not willing to die for it. That's the big thing. Oh, well, we like the Americans. They treat us pretty good, but we ain't about to die. That's the thing. They're not willing to die for their freedom. So why in the world would our politicians send our men and women over to die for their freedom that they're not willing to die for? That's what really grinds my gears. We lost a lot of good people over there. For what? For what? I mean, every politician who has either supported Afghanistan or who's voted to send more troops or any troops should be held accountable. But they won't be. They'll just go on election. Well, it's Biden's fault. Well, it's his fault. It's their fault. It's their fault. Oh, man. You can see that's a really hot subject for me. I'm sorry it turned into a rant. But people just cannot wrap their heads around why those people aren't rising up. There's a very small minority in that country that are willing to die to change things. Too small. Probably, I'd say 5% or less. Probably a lot less. The rest of them just want to go about their day, sell their trinkets, grow their crops, raise their goats, whatever. Go home in the evening. That's all they want to do. We are outsiders to them. In that culture, you really don't give much to outsiders. Heck, even within Afghanistan, some of the tribes consider other tribes outsiders. That's, that's why when there was a mission to try to trap the Taliban, they just flew over the border in Pakistan. Well, we'll have the Pakistan army waiting. Well, a lot of the Pakistan army are made of Taliban members. A lot of the Afghan army were Taliban members. They don't care. I remember some of the first reports when Kabul fell to the American troops. As they was going through, they was clearing. There's the reporters there, fighting down the street. And they were going interviewing Afghans. They was kind of like they are now. Oh well, so what? And so this one reporter goes, I went in like 6 or 8 shops. And over half of men were in the back watching porno. He said, y'all know you just been liberated from the Taliban? Yeah. And you chose to come watch porno. Yeah, we couldn't do this when the Taliban here. Now the Americans here, we can. That's how they chose to celebrate their. And there were several reports like that. People said, oh well. And a lot of them had the same thing. Well, Americans leave eventually. It's in their DNA. This is the type of people that you're trying to convince that rise up and die for their freedom. Not going to happen. And there is no use us sending men and women over there to die for crap like that. It wasn't worth even one of their lives. Now, the terrorist bases and stuff, heck yeah. But we don't have to have a bunch of boots on the ground to take care of that stuff anymore. Hell, we don't even have to have a boot any place near there. But, our politicians, once again, hey, let's send our men and women, let's show them what we can do. We're going to send our men and women over there. Which they did admirably with the constraints that they were under. Probably better than anybody. Even the Soviets said, you go in there, you're going to get bogged down. Oh, no, not us. We're the Western. They'll see democracy and they'll love us and they'll change. They'll change their country. They haven't changed for what? Since beginning of time. Don't expect them to do anything. Unless we're prepared to have a presence there for at least a century or 2 centuries, forget about it. Let them do their own damn thing. Drop a couple drone strikes or 2,000-pound bunker busters in their lap every once in a while. Keep them honest. Okay? No use sending our good men and women over there to die for crap like that. Sorry, that's just the way it is. And as soon as you can understand that you're dealing with a totally different culture, totally different people who have totally different DNA than we do, who this is their way of life, has been for centuries, will be for centuries, probably in time. But we just don't get that. Oh, how could that fall so quick? Hello, you were warned. GW was warned. These people will not change. They'll go about their daily lives. They'll tell you what you want to hear. That's why we had so many people in the Afghan army turn around and just start killing Americans. Whether it was with suicide vests or just shooting the place up. They don't care. They don't care. You know, Taliban got to tell, oh, Allah love you and you and your family. Or, hey, we'll kill everybody in your family if you don't go blow yourself up. Basically, it was the latter. So, anyway, if you're wondering how it could fail so fast, supposedly well-trained army, most of them were Taliban to begin with. Not most of them, a lot of them. Taliban knew their plans. They didn't. They really didn't have a chance. If they wanted a chance. Most of them are not willing to die for their country. Totally different culture. Now they tried. Yeah, they'll cut your throat in a second. You know. Pull one out of a burning building. Oh, save my life. Yes. And you know, thank you. And yeah, well, good thing I was walking by. Well, Allah sent you to walk by and pull me out of that burning building. You can say one from thirst or starvation and you know, oh, praise Allah and all this and yeah, I was glad I was able to help the International Red Cross send us in with food and water. Well, that's because Allah sent the International Red Cross. That's the way they think. You're an outsider. You're not going to get through to them. As soon as you realize that, you will never get through to them. If they want to change, their own people's going to have to change. And they're not willing to do it. I just want to sell my trinkets, raise my goats, raise my crops. Go home at the end of the day. That's all I want to do. Let them do it. Anyway, what's your thoughts? Leave them below in the comments. Appreciate you watching. I got more stuff coming if I just... there is a lot of stuff I need to edit and get out. So anyway, thank you for watching. Kind of a cloudy day here in August. Oh, I gotta get around. I gotta go work this weekend. That's another thing that really slowed me up. Hummingbirds, I love them. I don't know what they're up to. So anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Get away here, honeybee. Go on, girl. Get out of here. Man, these insects are crazy today.